Hello and welcome back, everyone. Back to Casanova. I'm sure now we are building a neighborhood in our city, the first neighborhood of our city. Downtown looks good. I have made some more couple of changes, made this highway a little better. I thought there would be a highway dividing the downtown part and the high density part from the low density, like hills kind of area where there will be more expensive housing. So we're gonna build some housing now. The city needs it, and this is where we're gonna build it. This is inspired a little bit from Boston. You see that those houses, these alleyways, and the townhouse type. And the townhouse I'm using will be Belgravia from London. They they are the mods in Steam Workshop. You can find them by just typing Bulgaria Townhouse Pack. Those look really good because it's obviously from Belgravia houses, and it gives a vibe of an like, upper class in the downtown neighborhood of townhouses, an old neighborhood of townhouses just behind the downtown that would be pretty expensive, and a lot of people would like to live there. That's what it gives the vibes of. And because our downtown is pretty big, so I hope we would do that and add those in to just give a midtown type of feel and just go from high density to low density slowly and not to rush anything. I thought we would build more than one neighborhood, but in this video I just made this neighborhood Belgravia, this Belmont. I think I named it Belmont, I don't remember. This Belmont neighborhood, and this is what the townhouse will be. And I will fast forward it to see because it was a lot of process of the heights and everything and all that messed up. So I just fast forwarded to build all these simple row houses, just added them in a row and did nothing else, and just added them trees now because somehow the tree brush wasn't working. I don't know why. So I just copied some high density trees and added them and to look like they have a backyard. And I added double of them to because they were too small. The length was too small for the city, and I didn't like that. So I added double of them behind one another. Duplicate from the find it tool, find it, move it tool. Duplicated them, and some the front ones only, and the ones that are back are not that big. They have a bigger lot and not the big townhouse. So it gives a little density and a little bit different. I will also delete some of the double ones to give it a more like natural look. It now looks kind of like a European city, the same height buildings, and this is here where I add some more apartments to just give it a look that not only this area has townhouses, it has also apartments, and to give a midtown look. And this will be particularly a rich area, this Belmont area, and this here will be town. What is these called? Apartments. Maybe they will have a golf course in between, some kind of that, some greenery in between. But the I don't like this map because of the height differences. Like there's a lot of hills. It doesn't look natural, and the city skyline once building just act funny with them. Like this do not look natural and do not like adhere to the terrain or like automatically manages to attain. It's a lot of work to have them look even good. See, that building is just on the ground and you have to level it all. And if I don't have this move it tool, it would look bad. Nothing would look good. So I just added these same houses to look like there's just one developer that maybe build all these to give it a uniform look of a gated community type area. This kind of looks like a lot of a suburb type, and I'm not really convinced with this look, because this kind of looks like European city, like European city suburb or European city type of neighborhood, because all the buildings are the same height and the same footprint. So it does not kind of convince me that it is an American city. We need to add some parking too, because where would all these people park their cars? And also more of the row houses in all this area, and not these big roads, some small roads and row houses. Like the grid pattern looks good, but the grids are bigger, so that makes sense. And I added some service here for the people living there. The services would be good because they would need some services. And also would also make a school here for all these people. Like, this neighborhood is a VIP neighborhood. I think I made it too big, and it should not have been this big. I had, like, experimented with a couple of police stations like this African one, but it does not fit well. It fits, but it's too odd and too boring kind of looking. So I thought I'd go with a normal police station. Then I will add some parking here. I will also change the highway later on and all this highway stuff. This does not look good. Does not matches, because the traffic flow wasn't isn't good. And this place I thought I should add some, make it a garden or make it a, like, a community play area, but this looks too out of place for just behind the downtown. It looks too out of place, so I will delete it all and add a school and just leave it for future development, leave this area for future development. And let's see what goes there in the future episode, or I will do some changes offline and not record it, because there will be a lot of different changes. I think I could make it in a video, because it will be too messed up, all these different terrains and terrain heights. So we would see what we come, but this or would be gone, because this does not look good. I tried added parking, just parking lots look super funny, like different heights and all that. This kind of looked a lot out of place, like these blocks, and this tennis court area looks too out of place, and I deleted it all, and I'm deleting it now, everything. And also the height is just messed up. It was super hard. I spent hours making this video, like 5 hours in total, I guess, just managing these heights and adjusting the road size and all of that. This map, I don't like it. The map should be flat. Why do you add heights when we cannot deal with heights in City Skyline City Skyline 1? So why do you make it like that? So too much height differences and too much buildings trying to make it look realistic. But we don't have good heights, and we do not have a good height tool, or like landscaping tool are pretty basic and hard to master, and it just looks super bad, and all these buildings just do not adapt to it. I just fast forwarded to all the road layout because it was too boring and too big of a video. I did not want to make it another big video, just landscaping and just planning and me blabbering about all this build. So this I will start making a school, the high school, and I thought to go with the normal high school. I thought to go with the suburban one, but it would be too big for this area. So I just thought to go with the normal European high school that kind of fits it, but does not totally fit it, because this high school would be too big for this and does not really fit where we are the parking and everything. So it's a middle of a downtown, and I don't think it's suited well. I'm kind of not liking where the city is headed, but we will see how it goes. It's a different kind of city. It's a my first attempt after a long time in city building. and it's just all the improvement, just all saying how I build this city to eventually build in City Skyline 2 and be good, because City Skyline 2 is the main target. City Skyline 2 is more important than City Skyline 1, and how the cities are built in City Skyline 2. Because after seeing that, these cities looks boring and very bad, and honestly, I don't like building these cities after just seeing all the gameplay that were released yesterday of City Skyline 2. We will start from a small town in City Skyline 2. I really wanted to make a small town in City Skyline 1, but just the buildings and the natural buildings are not good. I think we would skip this city probably, or start with a small town. I don't know. We will see. We will see. We will start from a small town and just build a school and all the small neighborhoods and suburban neighborhoods, and we will see that. Before for now, we will just focus on the city. Let's see how this build goes, and what are your reactions to this build, and if this does good or does not do good. We will see about that, and we would then plan to make a new city, and that will be a small town that we will continue in City Skyline to maybe. So that makes sense, and we would do a much better job in that. The land will be flat, not like this monstrosity of heights and different angles. Like, it's just too disgusting, like all these heights and stuff. I'm just maybe boring you with all this crap talking about the heights. So now I thought of adding some sports grounds, American football ground, the suburban soccer football field, American football field. So just give it like a high school. This also block will be dedicated to the high school, because that is too small of a place for a big high school and a pretty expensive high school. This probably would be a private school. So I think I should delete that road, and I did not do that in this video. I think I should delete this road and just have it give this all to the high school, so it looks better and more connected. This soccer field, this is maybe community and high school soccer, I'm saying football field, it's American city, so it's football field. And also I made a mistake of not seeing the theme before I started this map, and it's a European theme, and that is really bothering me. The buildings do not pop up right. I have to delete all the buildings. Like, it starts to build European high density housing, and that is very bad. So I think we would change a town and change the city and start with a new small town, new beginnings, because I don't like this city and my channel is just starting a bit, so I think I can do that. There's not a people like waiting for me to build this city. That I just it has been a problem with me, like trying to build a perfect city and just making a big downtown and then leaving it and not knowing what to build now and all. I thought I would build this type of neighborhood, and then the realities hit, and the terrains is not right, and the tools are not right, and the houses doesn't look good. Everything looks funny and not realistic. Everything looks like a game and not pretty realistic, and things just start to frustrate me, because this does not look good, and this belongs in a suburban area and not middle of the city. We will see how City Skyline 2 manages a big city like that. And I have to manually place everything in City Skyline 1 to make it look realistic, because if I just let it zone out, the city would turn out like dystopian with all those cartoonish buildings. That won't be good, but we will see. We will see, we will see, we will see. And just adding some these concrete parts around these apartments for like I assume they would have parking in the lower level and then the apartments above. This is what the football field is, a small football field. Guess this will be a community football field or maybe also high school football field. And there's a soccer field, that is football. The other one is soccer. I'm getting confused with that. This is what the final build looks like. This is what it looks like. This is a downtown, this big of a downtown. Then we have this neighborhood just next to a highway, a very desired neighborhood with all those townhouses. With this park in the middle, will be a very popular park. And just let me add some paths here to have people walk between in the park and not just and not have it be just standing there. And I think I should add just one of it in the middle and not two paths because that's that will take out a lot of trees and I want it full of trees, lush with trees because it's in the middle of a city, just purely in the middle, so it needs a lot of tree. This area would also see development. I also did a lot of changes in the city, not this particular area but changes outside. Did a lot of road layout and road updates and spread out the city a lot more and build more of the roads around this area and around the city and made some districts, but I'm not liking the result. This is become a mess, let me say. I think city skyline one is able to handle a big type of city like this. A small town would make a lot of sense. So this is what the final product looks like. This looks good. This neighborhood looks good. I'm proud of it. This neighborhood looks good. This looks more on a suburban type, but this looks good. This does not look that bad. If we go close up, if we see from up, it looks bad, but close up, it looks good. So this was it for today's video. This is all the blabbering. This is the neighborhood we created. I got a good shot here. This is what we created just behind the downtown. You can see all these big buildings here. This was it for today. Like and subscribe if you like to see more small town. Comment down below, and if you like me to build this city out, tell me that too. Bye.